going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is episode 309, part number 1 for your January 17th, 2020. We are less than 2 weeks away from the Royal Rumble. Man, I can't wait to see how WWE disappoints me yet again at the conclusion of the men's and women's Royal Rumble. I'm expecting Roman Reigns to win the Royal Rumble. I just have this terrible fear that Roman Reigns is going to stand tall in the Royal Rumble. I don't know what it is, but I just think that WWE hasn't learned the goddamn thing. Anyway, never mind the Royal Rumble. We'll worry about that and curse about that in the next coming days, but I got some bad news, folks. I got some bad news. Kane, yes, that Kane, yes, Mayor Glenn Jacobs Kane, Mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee Kane, the Big Red Machine Kane, the Big Red Monster Kane, the Undertaker's brother Kane, the other, I don't believe it. Well, what year are we living in? Big Show is on Raw. And now we got Kane on SmackDown. I guess Big Show could be, and then Kane could be, with the left hand. I don't understand this shit. Why is he on SmackDown? For what reason is he on SmackDown? Please don't tell me he's going to be added to the Baron Corbin storyline. I mean, oh my god. Maybe they're bringing him in for Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt. I don't know. That could be entertaining. Do I give WWE the benefit of the doubt on that one? I don't know. So that's your bad news. I had bad news today. Or not today. I got bad news every day. I got to talk about WWE. But I got bad news this week as well, man. It's like a Monday Night Raw shitty creative decision. It's like watching Monday Night Raw and you yelling at the TV on Monday night. Why didn't you do what we all told you to do on social media as far as how to take this storyline to the next level creatively? Why? You're asking yourselves why every week. I'm asking myself why the Braves didn't sign Josh Donaldson to play third base. I don't understand it. I really don't. The Minnesota Twins picked him up. 4 years, $92 million. I don't know what they need him for. They hit 300 home runs in 2019. Did you really need to take him away from me? I don't understand this. $84 million over the first 4 years. The Braves could easily pay this guy. But what I think it was is the $16 million club option for that added year. This deal accumulates to $104 million in value for the Minnesota Twins and Josh Donaldson. I don't get it. Now you got Ronald Acuna, you got Ozzy Albies, you got Freddie Freeman, right? You got Freddie Freeman in the middle of that lineup with Nick Markakis. Who's going to protect Freddie Freeman? Then I got to read the front office as a plan. What's your plan? What is your plan now? I don't understand it. It's really like watching a shitty episode of Monday Night Raw. You're asking yourself, what the fuck? I don't get it. Anyway, that's my bad news. And then I got to watch Kane tonight on Monday Night Raw. Or Monday Night Raw SmackDown. There's no difference. There's no difference in these shows. SmackDown is actually worse than Monday. Believe it or not. I'm actually warming up to Monday Night Raw just a little bit. SmackDown is my number one enemy for the week. I can't stand that piece of shit. The show has absolutely gotten worse since moving to Fox. And you guys will understand that with some of the news I got today right here on the podcast. Some of the stories I got today. Baron Corbin, plans changed for Baron Corbin. We'll go over what those plans are. Not sure that you really give a shit about anything concerning Baron Corbin, but he's in the news. Elias, he's staying with the WWE, or like I say, a WWE lifer. He ain't going anywhere. Sheamus says WWE Creative sent him notebooks of creative ideas, and they actually wanted him to wear suspenders like Steve Urkel upon his return. You guys think I'm joking about this? I am not. I am as serious as a heart attack. That is what's in the news. I know, I don't believe it either. If you guys are worried why I'm wearing headphones, I was rocking out to my music just a little bit ago. Taking notes, looking at these silly stories, rocking out. Got some new music I'm listening to, so I'm like, why not? I'll just keep them on. I look like a podcaster today, don't I? But I know I am. I don't need headphones or anything. This is the number one place to be in the community. Besides that, Monday Night Raw ratings. Corey Graves, I don't know whether this guy is trying to be like us, trying to fit in, or he's just trying to do an act just to accumulate ratings for After the Bell. I don't know. He actually went on After the Bell and shoot on Monday Night Raw. Or he shot on Monday Night Raw. He shoots on Monday Night Raw. So I want to see what you guys think about this. I got a long list of quotes from Corey Graves on this one. Rusev's a free agent. Yeah, right. You'll be right back on Monday Night Raw like a loser. And then I got the big one. That everybody's talking about, which I don't understand why everybody's making it a big deal. Triple H, he made comments about Paige. Triple H made comments about Paige's sexual history. Is everybody this soft? Really? This is what's in the news. This is the top story on the podcast today. There's no other news. I got some good news for tomorrow. But this is the news. Everybody is bending over backwards because Triple H said something mean to good old Paige. What is it? What did they say? What did Triple H say? What did Paige say? Where is this issue now? We'll go over it. And this is going to be off the script today. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Please. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. If you're an OG and you guys are here anyway, every single week, hit that thumbs up and make sure the bell is turned on. Today's podcast is brought to you by Blue Chew. Yeah, man, Blue Chew. They're not just on Raw. I got them right here for Off the Script, too. This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, do you remember when you used to be able and ready to go anytime you want? Now, I know it's difficult. All you have to do is watch Friday Night SmackDown, and you're in no mood to do anything. Believe me, I know. Now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. I want you guys to listen up. Don't listen to what Baron Corbin is saying on Friday Night SmackDown. Blue Chew won't even work for you in that point. But listen to me. BlueChew.com. That's like the color blue, like SmackDown. Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. You cannot take them anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach. And since they're chewable, they work up to twice as fast as a pill. So you guys can be ready whenever Baron Corbin is on TV and you don't want to watch him. Now, if you guys can benefit from more confidence where it counts, Blue Chew is fast and easy, and it's the best way to enhance your performance. Blue Chew is prescribed online by licensed physicians, so you guys don't have to go to the doctor's office or wait in line at the pharmacy, and it ships right to your front door in a very discreet package. Even the mailman isn't going to know what's coming to you. They're made in the USA, and since Blue Chew prepares and ships direct, they're cheaper than a pharmacy, and best of all, there's no more awkwardness. Right now, I've got a special deal for you. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use special promo code JD at checkout. All you guys got to do is pay the $5 shipping and handling. Again, that's BlueChew.com, promo code JD to try it out for free. Don't let Baron Corbin ruin your mood anymore on Friday night, man. You got Blue Chew. Go and do what you got to do. BlueChew.com, code JD at checkout. And I want to thank you guys, and I want to thank them for supporting Off the Script. Let's get into the news, man. We start off with the Friday Night SmackDown ratings. I don't believe the ratings were actually up, or I think they kind of leveled off with SmackDown. Actually, they were up. I don't know why, I don't know how. I think there's a lot of idiots out there, believe it or not. SmackDown posted their best ratings since November 2019. The overnight ratings for SmackDown last week were 2.502 million viewers. This is up 4% from last week. That is the best number that SmackDown has done since the Survivor Series Go Home show on November 22nd. SmackDown averaged the same 0.5 rating in the 18 to 34 demographic, but was up 7% in the 18 to 49 demographic with a 0.75 rating. Fox finished below the other three major networks in terms of total average viewership for the night, although SmackDown did manage to beat ABC's Fresh Off the Boat. I have no idea what that is. It sounds like somebody is importing fish or exotic fish somewhere. Is it a fisherman show? Fresh Off the Boat. What is it? Is it about immigrants? What is it about, Fresh Off the Boat? Who watches ABC? Who watches basic cable television? Seriously. As it usually does, SmackDown topped all network programming in the 18 to 34 demographic and finished second to CBS's Hawaii 5-0. Send me to Hawaii. 18 to 49 demographic. The first hour opened strong with a 2.679 million viewers. I don't even remember what opened SmackDown on Fox Friday night. That's where my memory's at right now. That's how much I care about this show in general. So it opened with that number and then dropped to 13% in the second hour to 2.326 million viewers. Oh yeah, King Corbin is really drawing the ratings in. What a dummy. That's the biggest hour-to-hour drop since moving to Fox. That's what happens when you put Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler in the main event. You get what you get when you do what you do. You reap what you sow. Nobody wants to see Baron Corbin. Nobody wants to see Roman Reigns. Nobody. Give me a break. I don't know who's watching this show, 2.5 million viewers. The fuck is wrong with you? Who is watching this show and not watching NXT? I don't believe it. It's like an unsolved mystery that will never be solved. How can you watch and justify this garbage and then miss out on NXT every single week? What the fuck do you people want? Do you legitimately like watching King Corbin? My goodness, man, the show sucks. The show is lifeless. There's nothing about this show. I come on here every single week and I feel defeated after watching Friday Night SmackDown at 8 o'clock. I got to come here at 10 o'clock to do a podcast. I don't even want to talk about it. There's literally nothing of importance on that show. Otis and Mandy is the most interesting thing on that show. Things got to change. And I know you guys felt the same way too. I am wondering if we're ever going to get a different SmackDown. I don't think we are. Everybody was assuming, the talent was assuming, the fans were assuming, moving to Fox, it's going to be a real sports-centric show. It's going to be a little bit more serious. It's going to be a little bit more adult-like. We've seen none of that. This is why the show remains the same. In fact, it actually has gotten worse since moving over from USA Network, if that is even possible. It is so bad at the moment on SmackDown that Monday Night Raw, quality-wise, is actually ahead of SmackDown. And I mean that. I'm not even joking when I say that. I mean that wholeheartedly. I got to give Monday Night Raw some credit. I got to give Paul Heyman some credit. The show largely still sucks every single week, but I see the change that he's trying to implement. SmackDown, I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's as if it took over for Monday Night Raw in terms of how shitty can we be every single week. Yet people are still watching. I have no idea. Baron Corbin, one of the reasons why people don't give a shit about SmackDown. WWE had changed original plans for Baron Corbin on SmackDown. I wonder what they could be. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss. They had a discussion during Wrestling Observer Radio, did Alvarez and Meltzer, about how Vince McMahon drops pushes for superstars like he drops shit in the toilet bowl after every meal. Dave Meltzer brought up another storyline that hit the cutting room floor even after they tested it out at house shows. He says this, and I quote, Drake Maverick is still the general manager of 205 Live. For now. I heard 205 Live is getting the axe. As well it should. What's their roster looking like now? 6? I don't even know why it's a show anymore. He never did end up managing Baron Corbin, which was the original plan. You know, we never did find out who the guy was under the ring tripping Roman Reigns. Now, I don't know what he's talking about. I didn't see any guy trip Roman Reigns. Actually, I could be wrong. He could be right. I was barely paying attention. I'm surprised he was even paying attention to anything that was going on with Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin on the same screen. So apparently he's seen somebody trip Roman Reigns underneath the ring several weeks ago. But apparently, Drake Maverick was being given a test run as Baron Corbin's manager. I don't know why. Does he need a manager? Baron Corbin, the one thing that he can do, and I wish they would let him actually talk without a script, because he sounds ridiculous on most weeks. The cheesiest of dialogue does Baron Corbin have. I don't think he would need a manager to begin with. I really wish, the one thing that I wish WWE would let Baron Corbin do, he would actually be a little bit more enjoyable and we would stomach him a little bit more, is to go out there and be himself. That's what I wish they let him do. Dog food and barking like a chihuahua. Who writes this shit? Oh, yeah. 74-year-old senile demented fuck named Vince McMahon. That's who writes this show. I don't even know why he employs writers at this point. I wish they'd let these guys go out there and be themselves. Baron Corbin, I do think, is a good promo when he wants to be, but the dialogue, the words that he uses, the words that he spews, is awful. It is absolutely awful. And a little fun fact about our King Corbin. Apparently, we'll talk about this when we... Actually, no, I'll save it. I'll save my story for later on in the show. Because I found out that Baron Corbin has me blocked on social media. Is it that difficult to figure out why? Oh, yeah, he's a pussy. That's right. He could go into the same class as Rollins and everybody else. Pussies. Clowns. I gotta get Cyrax to put Baron Corbin on the thumbnail with clown makeup. So that's the original plan for Baron Corbin. That would have been a failure anyway. Drake Maverick's a comedy act. Baron Corbin sucks. But we don't need Baron Corbin's act being worse than it already is. Please. So I'm glad that they didn't do that. Elias, a loser. Actually, I can't say that. I've enjoyed Elias the last couple of times. Sue me. I actually enjoy Babyface Elias. They actually allow him to go out there and cut promos via song. You know, when he was a heel, they never let him play. They always interrupted him. And then WWE, they beat that over the head with a fucking kendo stick. It got old. It got boring. It got stale. It got repetitive. It got formulaic. It got ordinary. You know, it became the norm on Monday night. I like when he actually sings and cuts promos on everybody. It's fresh. It's exciting. Now, Elias signed a new multi-year contract with the WWE, and this should surprise nobody, really. Elias is the latest to sign a multi-year contract. Man, they're handing out money like they're handing out candy in WWE. It was not said how many years he signed for. That's how many years he signed for, folks. They're not giving out any less than 5 years. So I can assume it was a 5-year contract, and that ensures he won't be going anywhere or playing for a different band anytime soon. Rumors about Elias' WWE future came up a couple of months ago when Randy Orton teased on social media that he could be leaving WWE, which we all thought was nothing more than a troll job anyway. One of the names he tagged in his post was Elias. Now, WWE is working on getting more talent signed to longer deals. Yeah, how's that Revival deal going, Vince? Huh? I see they're trademarking all their signature moves now. They just trademarked Shatter Machine with the same guy who does Cody's trademark. I wonder if that's a little inside scoop or a nice little tease for what they got going on or what they're thinking. Man, if they sign new deals, I'm never going to respect them again. I swear to God. How many years have we been wanting a real division in the tag team division on Raw and SmackDown, and then they're going to take the money and go against everything that I know that they want? Listen, bro, Tony Khan just made $45 million from TNT. He could pay you. You don't need to stay with this fucking senile motherfucker. Anyway, enough about the Revival. We can only hope for the best. Elias ain't going anywhere, man. He's a lifer. Elias is a lifer. WWE is working on getting more talent signed to longer deals, but there are at least a couple of names who are likely going to leave in the next couple of months. Matt Hardy, we mentioned the Revival. Luke Harper should be on his way to AEW soon. So that's what they're doing, and Elias is locked up, and this is a surprise to nobody. So Elias, I would like to see him pushed. Actually, I'd like to see him get a little bit better in the ring, because that's the one thing apart from everything else that he suffers from the most, being shitty in the ring. He isn't really all that exciting in the ring. Maybe as a babyface that will be a little bit better, but we've yet to see him really do anything as far as in-ring action. We'll see it at the Royal Rumble, but all he's done is the same shit that he's done. Except now he's a babyface and not a heel. So I don't know. He ain't going anywhere. Nobody expected him to go anywhere. He's with the E for another 5 years. What did WWE Creative do now? How shitty is WWE Creative now? Remember last week when we talked about Rhino? He signed with Impact Wrestling, and I believe he was on Talk is Jericho. I think it was Talk is Jericho. And he explained how back in the day, when he was coming on into the E from ECW, how they wanted to change his name. They wanted to change his name from Rhino to Mary. And they wanted him to dye his hair blonde, which I didn't really mention in the week that I reported this podcast interview about Rhino and Chris Jericho and what he said WWE Creative wanted to do with him. You know, I didn't really think about it in the time I was talking about it. They wanted to dye his hair blonde. Of course they did. Of course they did. They have a blonde fetish. So I'm not surprised by that at all. But if you thought that was bad, changing Rhino to Mary and dyeing his hair blonde, listen to this one. Sheamus says that WWE Creative suggested he wears suspenders upon his return. Sheamus is back, and Sheamus is the Sheamus of old. And he wrestled his first match this week as a part of the big BT Sport welcoming party for WWE. He is the Celtic Warrior once again. But WWE had some interesting ideas for his return to the squared circle. While speaking to TalkSport, Sheamus revealed that WWE sent him notebooks with ideas in them about his return to the ring. One of those ideas included changing up his facial hair and wearing suspenders so he would look almost exactly like Jack Gallagher. You know, when I think of suspenders, I think of Steve Urkel. I think of geeks. I think of dorks, nerds, pocket protectors. You know, that's what I think of. How the fuck can you look at a guy like Sheamus and think suspenders and then changing his facial hair? This is what he said. He says, and I quote, "Mate, I got these notebooks of ideas from creative with like a small mustache and suspenders and my hair go over to the side. It looked almost exactly like Jack Gallagher from 205 Live. And I said, you know, we have a person who looks just like this who works here, right? I don't think they do, Sheamus. I don't think they do. Vince knowing who Jack Gallagher is? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. He might have walked by him thinking that he was a fucking water boy for Titus. Man, if I did any of it that these pictures depicted, I'd just be done. I would have been toast. Toast? Buttery toast? Like Titus Catering? No, done. Finished. Like a Mortal Kombat fatality. The amount of slaggings, abuse I would have gotten, and that would have just been off my granny. It was just terrible. But you know, we just went so far with the Mohawk. The Mohawk was done. I thought about it, and creatively, myself and a guy I worked with called Ray, we just talked about it, and it was like debuting the Mohawk. So shocking. You know, and I got that reaction, you look stupid and stuff, and it was a great reaction. It was completely different because we just hit a roadblock with whatever it was. You can't go further than that. I don't understand. I would really love to know who was writing in this notebook. That cannot be Vince McMahon. I'm sorry. I don't know. Vince might have ordered everybody to come up with a return plan for Sheamus. I don't know why you would change his character at all. Like suspenders, changing his mohawk, changing his goatee or his beard. Why would you fix something that's not broken? I don't understand that. I understand giving him a fresh feel upon return, but having him come out in something that he's never worn before, ever in his entire career, and drastically changing his look is doing something more than kind of giving Sheamus a refresh. You're changing his entire persona. Nobody's going to get over with that. This is what happens when you hire TV drama fucking cretins for creative. This is what happens when you hire soap opera goons to write your show. Wrestling? What is that? What is that barbaric nonsense? That's what they think. These aren't pro wrestling minds. Suspenders. They wanted to dress him up as a pasty white fucking playboy that you'll see on Days of Our Lives. Suspenders. Give me a fucking break. Hair to the side. What is he going to be, in a fucking emo band? God. Now you know why. These are the people that run your show every Monday and Friday. Now you know why they suck. And Vince McMahon would have approved something like this. What do you got? On the desk, he looks at it. Sheamus, suspenders. It's such good shit. You know? That's what we would have heard. Awful. Now he's back. He's in a feud with Rise Above Size, Chad Gable. Should be good. We have yet to see it. So when it happens, we'll be talking about it, I guess, on Friday or whenever. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? The tag team division needs teams. The Bar should be back together. Cesaro's a loser. Sheamus is going to be dead in 3 weeks. John Morrison's already dead. He's got one appearance on SmackDown since his return. He's already dead. He's buried. Nobody gives a shit about John Morrison. So I would have put him with Cesaro, and I would have got the Bar back together. That's what I would have did. What is Sheamus going to do by himself? Nobody wanted to see Sheamus by himself when he was by himself before he paired with Cesaro. Now you're going to want Sheamus alone again, single, and it's going to be rinse and repeat with these guys. Oh, Sheamus is not getting over. Let's put him back with Cesaro. And then I'm going to tell you, I told you so. I was right again. We'll see what happens. I'll give him a chance, but I didn't like Sheamus at all in a singles role when he was in a singles role. But this is 2020. Maybe things are different. I don't know. Things certainly aren't different for Monday Night Raw. Big college football game or big sports game happening to counter Raw. Ratings are down, as always. Going head-to-head with the college football game, Raw did Monday 2.03 million viewers. This is the second lowest. I feel like I say this every week. The second lowest modern history number for a non-holiday show, and the lowest for a live show. The lowest for a live show. That's interesting. I got this from The Observer. Why would they lie? Why would they lie about how shitty Monday Night Raw is, especially Alvarez? Raw attempted to load up this week, which I got to give them credit for. They've been doing a nice job at getting you ready for what's to come next week. We already got a decent show lined up next week with the announcement of Lesnar again, and then Buddy Murphy and Seth Rollins, him joining the Monday Night Messiah. I am the YWC Messiah. Seth Rollins, I should take him to court for gimmick infringement. I'm just kidding, cretins. But we got Buddy Murphy, and we got everything that's happening in that storyline there, and that ladder match with Rey Mysterio and Andrade for the United States Championship. That's going to be great. So I like that WWE is getting you ready, for the week to come, giving you something to look forward to or not look forward to in Monday Night Raw's case. But even at the beginning of the show, they went over everything that's happening, so you know what's to come instead of just going in blind and wondering what the next segment is. I like that. I like knowing what's going to be on the show. So I see some things that we were not seeing on Raw that are being implemented now. I got to give, even though the show largely still sucks. I got to hate on Monday Night Raw because it's just not a good show. It's just trash. It's boring. It's not exciting, It's the same old every single week, but I see things that they were not doing that they are now doing to freshen up the vibe on the show. And it's very noticeable, especially for somebody who's shit on the show so many times like myself. I see that, and I'm going to be one of the few people to notice that immediately. So I gotta give Paul Heyman his props. Whatever he is doing, I hope it continues, because you know how Vince McMahon gets. Something happens 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then we don't see it anymore. Oh, he got bored of it. Oh, he don't like it. Oh, it's another direction he wants to go in. So hopefully it stays. Now, Monday Night Raw did 2.03. Raw attempted to load up the show to avoid a bad number, but with the LSU Clemson game doing 25 million viewers on ESPN. There are 25 million people that care about college sports. That is absolutely mind-boggling to me. You couldn't pay me to watch that game. You couldn't pay me to watch WWE program if I didn't have a podcast, honestly. And you tried to pay me to watch Raw, I wouldn't. I have to do it. It's my job. But college football, 25 million people, oh, man. And, I'm not going to shit on you. You like what you like. You enjoy what you enjoy. But college football, to me, or college sports in general, is just so depressing. I don't know. That was on ESPN, and 381,000 on ESPN2, roughly double a good Monday night football game was the 25 million. There was only so much that they could have done to stop the bleeding. Raw. Nothing worked. The audience was down 12.7% from last year's Raw, which was set with a championship game that did 24.33 million viewers on ESPN and 666,000 on ESPN2. So the game was actually up this year. It's pretty incredible. The first 2 hours of Raw beat everything on cable except ESPN football-related programming and 18 to 49 demographics. But the third hour did less than two other shows. And this was Below Deck and Love and Hip Hop 10. Whatever the fuck that is. 10. What is that, the 10th season? Love and Hip Hop. Kill me. Raw finished 15th overall on cable, but beat everything that wasn't news or college football related. In the audience losses, women 18 to 49 fell 16% from the first to third hour. Of course, because you have Charlotte Flair out there androiding herself down to the ring. Nobody gives a shit. I'm not going to do the android here. I am low on battery. I'm sorry. Men 18 to 49 fell 15%. Teenage girls fell 38%. Of course, they're all Sarah Logan fans. Look what you did to Sarah Logan. That's why the women, or the teenage girls, fell 38%. More Sarah Logan, please! Or maybe it's less of Charlotte Flair. I don't know, one or the other. And teenage boys increased 9%, while over 50 fell 14%. Man, that over 50 crowd, I guess, doesn't like the Big Show. What happened? Big Show is not drawing in ratings, but Buddy Murphy must be big with the teenage boys. So there you go. The only episode in history that was non-holiday and did worse was the December 23rd taped show that did 1.84 million viewers. The hours and the hourly breakdown are as follows. 8 p.m. was a 2.22, 9 p.m. was a 2.06, and 10 p.m. was a measly and depressing 1.81 million viewers. The Monday Night Messiah! What happened, bro? You better go to church and start praying for bigger ratings on Monday night. Fucking Monday Night Messiah. I'm the Messiah, motherfucker. Go make me a caramel macchiato, half and half with an extra shot of espresso, please. And make sure that foam is thick. Can't shit on Seth Rollins. He's doing a good job as a heel. Can't do it. He's got me blocked, and I'm sure he's never going to unblock me. I'd love to sit down and have a cup of coffee with him, bro. French press. I've been drinking my coffee out of a French press lately. Yes, I am a condescending coffee prick. I'm sorry. Anyway, let me take a sip of my cold beverage here, man. This is a long podcast. Excuse me. Anyway, keeping up with the Monday Night Raw. Corey Graves, fucking Seth Rollins number 2, meaning clown. Corey Graves shoots on Monday Night Raw and their cheesy storylines. Now, Corey Graves, I don't know whether this guy is legit or if he's pretending to just be like us, just to garner ratings for his dying podcast. Corey Graves continued to be full of venom this week, this time talking about the Attitude Era. On his podcast, After the Bell, Graves mentioned that fans don't miss cheesy storylines, 4-letter words, or boobs, but they miss stars who are allowed to be themselves. Well, maybe we should talk about Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling thinks that having Rob Van Dam star in a fucking makeshift porno on Twitch is going to bring in the viewers. But Impact Wrestling is full of lowly dweebs anyway, so they get off on that shit. I guarantee you their fucking fan base, those fucking geeks, the Impact elitists, right? They were on Twitch late at night watching fucking Impact after hours, and they were going to town on themselves. Oh, man, look at, what's her name, Katie Ford? Look at Rob Van Dam. You know? Then they want to know why they got banned on Twitch. How embarrassing is that? I don't understand. I'm watching this shit on Sunday at the pay-per-view. She comes gallivanting to the ring. She's wearing a bikini top with marijuana fucking buds on it. And she's shaking her obviously fucking fake ass on the ring apron. And Josh Matthews goes, I don't know whether we are at a wrestling show or if I should pay for admission here. Now, if he said that, what does that tell you? Who's watching Impact Wrestling for that garbage? If I am a pro wrestling promotion and I'm doing that, I'm removing myself from the business. Seriously. Now, I love an attractive female just like every other guy watching this shit, but I'm not going to gallivant my fucking porn star girlfriend out there shaking my ass for not only my character, but for the company's ratings. And then shoot a Brazzers Like Porno on Impact following their pay-per-view. Awful television. Then you want to know why Impact is a failure. Corey Graves, let's go back on the road here and not deviate away from the issue at hand here. I don't mind a good pair of boobs. I don't. 4-letter words, the more of them, the better. Cheesy storylines, I could do without. But this is Monday Night Raw. They are cheesy. Cheesy. Like Kraft. Shit. Here's a full quote. This is what he says, and I quote. Last night, I guess this was Tuesday, he was watching Raw. I don't know where Carmella was. Why wasn't Carmella with you, bro, keeping you company? You're watching Raw? This is what your life has amounted to? Last night I was wasted. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. He actually might have enjoyed the show if he was wasted. He actually might have fell asleep. And that would have been the best of all the solutions. Last night I wasted what was 3 hours of my life enduring what was an insufferable television show. Oh my God, Graves, I feel so terrible for you. I sit through this shit. I sit through this insufferable television show every week. I'm going a little hard in the paint. But I mean it in a place of passion. Raw was not all bad, but it left me with a really bad taste in my mouth. I don't know if this guy's serious or not. I really don't. I'd have to ask him off of a microphone or off camera. Bro, is what you said about Monday Night Raw the legit truth? Are you really one of us? Or are you pretending for podcast clicks on Spotify? I don't know. Now, people think that I shit on Monday Night Raw for ratings and views and likes. Bro, really? You think I'd lower myself to shit on a show just for the sake of shitting on a show? I would do that with everything if that was the case. The show sucks. And I just got through saying that I appreciate the small little efforts and changes that Paul Heyman is making on the show. So clearly you're a bunch of fucking morons who don't know what you're talking about. You don't know the guy in front of the camera. You think I am something that is being said around Reddit and social media. You follow the fucking lemmings on social media. Oh, JD's a dick. He's nothing more than a negative asshole. Right? And everybody gets this picture of me. They listen to a 30-second clip. And then I'm labeled as a fucking negative asshole on social media. That's how things work. Anyway. I watch Monday Night Raw with a very different perspective now. I've been doing that for, let me see. Jesus Christ, how long have I been doing that? 6-7 years now? For many years, I called every minute of the action. I was kind of stuck in the bubble. Whereas now I'm sitting on my couch in Pittsburgh next to my girlfriend and my dog. Oh, she was with you. My goodness, man, you got someone like Carmella next to you. She couldn't take your attention off this fucking show? She couldn't make you feel better. I don't know, man. And my dog trying to enjoy Monday Night Raw as a fan. I don't watch it to pick it apart. Obviously, I watch it so I have things to talk about on After the Bell because that's what I get paid to do. But man, oh man, oh man, last night was tough. Last night was hard. Last night physically made me angry. The things about the Attitude Era that we miss are not cheesy, Jerry Springer storylines and four-letter words and boobs. The Attitude Era was awesome because you had a bunch of superstars who were allowed to figure things out, allowed to be themselves, allowed to connect, and weren't pigeonholed or forced into these garbage circumstances. Every once in a while, there was a terrible storyline, but people made it work because you could laugh at yourself. It was tongue-in-cheek. The talent made each other better. It was a competition night after night. You had to figure out how to survive. There were a ton of awful, horrendous storylines, like Mae Young giving birth to a hand. Then there was Katie Vick. Some of the worst storylines in the history of the business took place in the Attitude Era. But as a whole, the business was on fire because everyone had to step up. Even if you were in a garbage circumstance, you had an opportunity to make your own path. That's what we need. That's what we as fans miss from the Attitude Era. Not crude storylines, lewdness, puppies, and jokes like that. More action and guys who are badasses allowed to be badasses and be entertaining. Graves was primarily talking about the Rusev, Bobby Lashley, and Lana storyline, which I agree 1,000% on him if he's just making this shit up to be cool and get clicks, or if he really feels that way. I'm glad he said it. Now, he's not really, he has a way of talking about things and making them sound good and right and making them sound like he is one of us, but nothing in this quote did he mention anything specifically on the show. I just want you guys to be well aware of that. He did say that Monday Night Raw is insufferable, so I guess I got to give him credit there, but he didn't mention anything on the show to lend to that quote of it being insufferable. What is actually insufferable? What would you change about the show? What would you do differently? How would you give Monday Night Raw a different feel from what we see now? He didn't go into that. I didn't listen to it, so I don't really know the entire context outside these quotes, but I guess I got to go back and listen to it. I want to go back and listen to it because he had Keith Lee on. And I'm very interested to see what Keith Lee had to say about himself and the rise that Keith Lee is having. It's a great thing to see. Graves dressed down the WWE creative team. He said the micromanagement has to end, and he used the Street Profits and their current treatment as a means to go into his rant. Before I get into what Corey Graves said, my buddy Jesse texts me every single Monday night about this show. We go back and forth. It's one of my good buddies, and we just shit on WWE. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. You guys know the deal. Every single week, he tells me. And it's like clockwork. Every time they're on, I'm going to get a text. And he said it about Bianca Belair because I have a feeling Bianca Belair is going to be brought up to the main roster. He's going to be quoting his future self, he told me after watching NXT. Bianca Belair, remember back in NXT when she used to be cool. He said the same thing every single week since they've debuted about the Street Profits. Remember when the Street Profits were cool? They have lost all of that mojo. I don't know what it is, but they are just not clicking on the main roster. And I don't know what it is. In NXT, they will not portray the way that they are on Monday night. They're not. And if you think that they are or have been, then you clearly weren't watching NXT. He says this, and I quote, "Let the Street Profits be the Street Profits. Let everybody be themselves. This micromanagement stuff has to stop. We are our own worst enemies in this situation. I just want to be a fan. I just want to enjoy it. I just want to watch my friends be stars and have awesome matches. Great matches like Buddy Murphy and Aleister Black. Yes. Yes. 1,000% agree. They had great matches. If we have more of that on Monday Night Raw would be in a much better state. And if you see matches like that, it might get people open to watching a little bit more of NXT. I've always said it. Bring a little bit of what NXT is doing down at Full Sail and apply it to Monday Night Raw and watch it blow up. One tweet I put out, every single tweet I put out about Buddy Murphy and Aleister Black after every match that they had was the most liked tweet of my week. Clearly, people want to see these guys. Clearly, people want to see what they're doing. So give it to me. Give it to us. They've had great matches. I'm looking at the bigger picture. If I don't know who Buddy Murphy is, and all I see him do is lose to Aleister Black 2 times in a row, why do I care? I mean, is the man wrong? Is the man wrong in anything that he said? No, he's not. Street Profits are being micromanaged. They're not the same at all. They are not the same way that they used to be in NXT. Buddy Murphy, I guess he must have fell asleep to see Buddy Murphy join Seth Rollins, because he didn't really say anything about that. Now, I don't know if he did. Again, I didn't listen to the show, but that's what I took from various sources. So, Buddy Murphy losing, and him joining the Monday Night Messiah, that was a great idea and a great storyline. I got to see how long Vince McMahon is on board with this one before he cuts Buddy Murphy from the act and he goes right back to catering. But, yes, that's what we need on Monday Night Raw. I don't like the micromanaging. Promos need to be just straight bullet points. Let people be themselves. Enough of this cringe-like storyline shit with Lana, Lashley, and Rusev. Look at the crowd reaction to that shit on Monday. Nobody gave a shit. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. They think that's them doing that and them being risque and, elements of that Attitude Era, that's what we want to see. And that's not what we want to see. All we've ever wanted and all we continue to want is a adult-like program. And we're not getting that. We're not getting that. So it's tough to argue what Corey Graves said here. Again, it's very difficult for me to hear him because he's so hot and cold every single time I hear him. One week he's saying something that I absolutely agree with like this, and then one week he's talking about Charlotte Flair and how she needs to be on TV more and how she needs to be in more important aspects of the show. Like, I don't know if he's with us or against us. I don't know if he's a shill or if he's actually a rebel that he wants to state that he is. Or if he's just doing this for clicks on his podcast. I don't know. He knows what the deal is. The more negative you are about the WWE, especially if you are in that circle, people are going to listen to you because people feel the same way you do. So he's tapping into that audience. He knows what he's doing. If he was overly positive about the WWE, like a shill, like everybody thinks he is, nobody's going to listen to him. So you got to understand the way things work. Corey Graves has to be like that. They have to do that. Otherwise, who's going to listen to them? That's why the New Day, they're not talking about the shit Corey Graves is talking about. They're not going to have, 2 podcasts on their same network that are identical with 2 different acts. New Day's talking about whatever they got going on, and Corey Graves is more like an analyst. I don't know what Alexa Bliss is going to be talking about. Maybe gymnastics or how to do a fucking jumping jack. Maybe she'll go over her pig's diet. I don't know. What is she going to talk about on a fucking podcast? I'm going to use it to go to sleep. I can't wait. In fact, I can't wait for that shit to come out. I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to fall asleep, man. I get the best sleep I've ever had in years listening to that podcast. But that's why he does it. He's no dummy. He's got to be negative, otherwise, or at least somewhat negative. Otherwise, nobody's going to listen to him. Nobody will listen to him, period. Speaking of Rusev, Rusev confirms he will be a free agent soon. Yeah, right. And Lashley is no longer with Lana, and she's coming over in about an hour. Sure. WWE star Rusev made an interesting change to his Twitter account this week. His new bio reads simply, and I quote, soon to be free agent. WWE stars have been known to use social media to drum up controversy from time to time when their contracts are up, and it seems that Rusev's situation is no different. He has been one of the more underutilized talents in WWE over the last few years. He's been involved in a all-time horrible storyline with Bobby Lashley and Lana since returning to WWE in October. Storyline, for any who have missed it, has been Lana leaving him for Lashley with Rusev, and rarely Rusev getting the last laugh. His contract is supposed to be up in the near future, and reports say that he has yet to sign a new deal. He ain't going anywhere. Do you think Rusev is leaving his wife in WWE and he's going to go be elite, or he's going to go to New Japan? You got to be out of your mind. This guy is a WWE lifer. He ain't going anywhere. He's like Elias. The guy will be a loser for the rest of his career. WWE doesn't value him. WWE doesn't see anything in him. He knows that for a fact, and he's going to suck them dry of every dime that they could possibly give him. And that's it. That's it. I don't really anticipate... Listen, I was one of those guys that thought Rusev was going to just take this and just fucking own up to it and say, you know what, I'm done with this shit. I need more satisfaction in my life. I need to be happy. I need growth. I'm not growing here. So I thought he was legitimately going to be one of those guys that says no to signing a new deal and be on his way out. I don't see that happening. I honestly think 100% when the time is up, you'll be hearing it. I'll be reporting it. Rusev signed the new 5-year deal with the WWE. Both he and Lana are in the WWE for the next 5 years. And then I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be like, okay, there you go. Another guy with potential wasted, throwing his career away for the almighty dollar. I couldn't give a shit about Rusev. I don't give a shit about him now. I don't give a shit about him when that happens. All I know is this guy got over organically. This guy is exactly what Corey Graves was talking about, micromanaging, letting these guys be themselves. What did Rusev do? He went out there and he made Rusev Day. What did he do? He got a hashtag started. What did he do? He got a crowd chanting something that was not in WWE's plans. What did they do? They killed it. Micromanaged it. Then they fucking killed it off TV. They kept him off TV because they didn't want people chanting it. They wanted it to die. Meanwhile, this guy with that chant and with that phrase got his personality out there. They got, behind him, the crowd did. He got his charisma, his personality out there. He showed some sort of fucking life, finally, away from what we originally seen in him. He was a Bulgarian brute. He was this foreigner who came out of nowhere, right? And what did WWE do? Wasn't in their plans. They killed it. So if he signs with the WWE, I will not be surprised. He's probably doing this because he knows everybody's going to say, go to AEW, go to New Japan, go to MLW, go to Ring of Honor, wherever. Just get out of the WWE. He's doing this because he knows he's in a dead angle and a dead storyline, and he wants to drum up controversy because nobody is really talking about him at the moment. Nobody's talking about him. Nobody cares. This is the only thing that they care about. So if he does that, then he'll feel like people are actually paying attention to him and people are caring. And then when he signs a new deal, it'll go right back to people not giving a shit about Rusev. Drew McIntyre. Talk about not giving a shit. WWE hasn't given a shit at all about Drew McIntyre. But Drew McIntyre is being pushed on Raw, not because WWE feels he should be pushed, but for a political reason. On the 12:30 episode of Monday Night Raw, Drew McIntyre seemingly debuted a new babyface character out of nowhere. And a lot of people were complaining on Twitter. I would love an explanation about Drew McIntyre now being a babyface. Where did this come from? Blah, blah, blah. The guy was so boring, and the guy was so dead in the dirt, was Drew McIntyre. I don't want to go over what they had him doing. Roman Reigns, Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, Dolph Ziggler, Braun Strowman. This is what they had this guy do. This is what they had this guy doing. They absolutely put Drew McIntyre, who should be at the head of his class. They made him into second-rate fucking fodder on these shows. Always a henchman, always a guy who is a supporting character. He never really was looked at as a number one guy. I don't understand that. So now, they debuted him as a new babyface. People are asking why. I need an explanation for this. Normally I would be the one to fucking criticize them. Where did this come from? Why did plans change? I need an explanation. What the fuck happened? You're not going to tell me why he turned? I'm going to take a different route. I'm going to go a completely different way, something that you might not realize from me or you might not understand because I'm usually one way. I'm going to go the opposite way on this. I'm not going to ask WWE why they turned Drew McIntyre babyface. You want to know why? Because the guy absolutely needed something. If we got same old boring heel Drew McIntyre, I am the law of the jungle on this show, or whatever he usually goes out there and says, I'm going to devour, I'm going to eviscerate. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Nobody wants to hear that shit. So now he's put himself in a position where People know who he is. People want to get behind him. People are going to appreciate him. And people are then going to wonder, the next thing in line is, why is this guy so good and why hasn't this guy been given an opportunity to be the man on this show? That's the next thing to come. So usually I would ask, why? Where's this babyface turn coming from? I'm not going to bother with that because he desperately needed something different. And I like the fact that he's over. He's got the charisma and his personality's coming out a little bit more instead of being that badass, that rough and tough character that comes out and he wants to kick everybody's fucking head off. I like what is going on with him. So I want to see it continue. Fans speculated that this was a one-off on the final Raw of 2019, but the new gimmick has continued into 2020. When he first debuted the new babyface character, many people speculated that it was going to be groomed, a groomed position to face Brock Lesnar, a heel Brock Lesnar, at the Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship. I'm glad that didn't happen because then Drew McIntyre would inevitably be in the losing column. You don't want to do that to him. You know, if he wins the Royal Rumble, so be it. That's what I want to see happen. But, well, I want Matt Riddle to win the Royal Rumble. I don't think that's going to happen. WWE doesn't have the balls to do that. They don't have the balls to make Drew McIntyre win the Royal Rumble. Not when Roman's in there. So if Matt Riddle doesn't win the Royal Rumble, which more than likely he's not, my man is Drew McIntyre. My man is Drew McIntyre. So everybody thought that he was now turning babyface to go against the heel Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. I'm glad that's not happening because it would inevitably end with McIntyre losing. Now Brock is in the Rumble match. We'll probably see a face-to-face with McIntyre and Lesnar. I think that's going to be awesome. Now, while he might not be challenging for the WWE title, McIntyre is still receiving a big push on Raw right now. Now, the reason for this new push might be revealed. And it's not because Monday Night Raw, Paul Heyman, Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn wants to push him. Sportskeeda, take it with a pinch of salt. Sportskeeda is reporting that Drew McIntyre is being pushed on Raw right now because of WWE's new deal with BT Sport over in the United Kingdom. They say, and I quote, "We're told that the driving force behind this renewed push is not Heyman, but a decision taken to push a Brit talent on WWE's flagship program in order to highlight the new BT Sport deal." End quote. BT Sport is the new home for WWE over in the UK with Raw, SmackDown, and pay-per-views previously being broadcast on Sky Sports. The new deal is said to be the reason for McIntyre's renewed push. That is awful. That is absolutely awful. You know what I read when I read that, and I'm sure you guys are listening to me wherever you're listening to me. It could be in bed, it could be on the train, it could be in the car going to work, it could be while you're plowing your wife. I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't matter where you're listening to me, I'm glad you're listening to me. But when I read that, the one thing that I think about is we don't care for this guy. We don't really care about pushing him. And then on top of that, when I think about what I just read here, not only do I think that, I think about the EC3 effect. You know, McIntyre went over to Impact or TNA, whatever, and he made himself into a big deal. That was the one place in which not only the indies, he was making a name for himself on the indies, but he made his name, and he got his name value back as Drew McIntyre that we see now on Impact Wrestling. You want to know what I really think? I honestly think Drew McIntyre, he is much more impressive than EC3 in every which way. I mean, you look at Drew McIntyre, he is the perfect pro wrestler. When you want to create a perfect pro wrestler, you see Drew McIntyre. That is it. He's got everything. He's got the look, he's got the size, he's got the speed, he's got the in-ring ability, he's got the mic ability. Everything about him is perfect. You couldn't picture a perfect or more perfect pro wrestler. They said that about Randy Orton. I think Drew McIntyre's that guy. But I honestly think he's suffering from the EC3 effect. You don't think this company knows that he went over to Impact Wrestling after being in the WWE? They fired him. They didn't want anything to do with him. Where did they want him to go? So he went to Impact Wrestling. He did his thing on the indies. Impact picked him up. He made a name for himself. And now he's back home for a second stint. You don't think they know that? You think WWE is going to allow somebody like Drew McIntyre, who made his name more so than any place else with Impact Wrestling, to come on in to WWE and own Monday Night Raw? They're not going to do that. It's the reason why EC3 continues to be buried. And I can't wait for EC3 to be let out of his contract. Or I can't wait, let me rephrase that. I can't wait for EC3's contract to be up. What WWE is going to do when those contract negotiations need to be talked about. Are they going to sit down and try and re-sign him? Or is he simply going to walk away? I think I know what the answer is. I know what the right answer is. He could be somebody that doesn't give a shit about this point of his wrestling career and just may want the money. I don't know. But Drew McIntyre is only being pushed because they have a new deal with BT Sport. What happens when BT Sport is into this deal 3-4 months from now? What's going to happen then? You're doing it because you just partnered with BT Sport because he's from that part of the world? I don't get that. You should want to push this guy because he's fucking great. Sound like Tony the Tiger. They're great. But he really is. These people are fucking clueless. I said it then, I'm going to say it now. If this guy is not holding world championship gold in 2020, every single one of those creative writers, and I don't know if you're fucking watching me right now. You might be shaking your head. Oh yeah, we know Mr. JD. We can't do nothing about it. If you're watching me right now, and this is not done, this man is not holding championship gold in 2020, you should go fire yourselves. Go in Vince's office and say, hey, boss, I'm firing myself. I suck at the position that you're paying me for. Absolutely inexcusable. It's a downright fucking sin. It's a sin that this guy's not a world champion in this company yet. How many more? How many more years are we going to see talent like this just fucking suffer under the WWE banner, under the thumb of this fucking senile fuck who doesn't know talent when he sees it? He's either winning a world championship this year or he wins Money in the Bank. One or the other. One or the other. If none of those things happen in the next 6 months, there's no hope for Drew McIntyre. WWE making big efforts to focus on building new stars. Oh, really? Why wasn't this done a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? Now you're worried about building new stars. This ain't Paul Heyman. This should have been done before Paul Heyman got the job as executive director. Paul Heyman. Now, Dave Meltzer discussed this on Wrestling Observer Live. He brought up the focus that WWE is pushing fresh talent. It was said that almost everything on Raw was about elevating new stars in the WWE, and the mindset is to create even bigger stars. Oh, yeah, really? Yeah, for how long? 3 weeks? And then Vince gets bored of them. We're right back to fucking the same old garbage on Monday night. He says, and I quote, everything on Raw, when you watch it, whether it's going to work out or not, almost everything is about trying to create a new group of stars. Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy, Liv Morgan, whatever. It's new. The whole thing is new, and with the U.S. title, it's Andrade and a new babyface with Humberto Carrillo. At one point, it looked like it was going to be Ricochet. Now it looks like it's Humberto. It could be somebody else, I suppose. They could throw Black in there. They've got to figure out something for Black with Murphy, something out of this angle. I guess they could move Black up to the Samoa Joe team and put him on one side and put Buddy Murphy on the other. That's probably a smart way to do it because it moves Aleister up the card since he's a guy being groomed as much as anyone. End quote. Listen, they have no choice. WWE has, just by the way that they align these shows, they have no choice at this point. If they don't do it, then the show is going to fail. Now the show, I don't even know, I can't even fathom how the show still sucks with all this talent. But at least they're trying. I got to give them some credit. But how could you look at this show and then not put any effort with these guys? Or put any effort in for these guys? Murphy, Aleister Black, Andrade Cien Almas. You got Cedric Alexander, who's absolutely doing nothing at this point. Ricochet, who is as cold as a fucking iceberg right now. Humberto Carrillo, Buddy Murphy, Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens. How could you have a roster like this and then not push Drew McIntyre? A roster like this and not push them. Street Profits, Heavy Machinery. Oh, not Heavy, they're on SmackDown. War Raiders. Viking Raiders, whatever. Viking Raiders experience fucking whatever. Thor's hammer, whatever. They have to do it. They've aligned themselves with individuals, a roster that they have to push, even though they might not want to push them. So what are you going to do? It's either you push them or you don't have a show. So maybe you push them, maybe you work with them, maybe they get over, maybe they don't. Maybe Vince McMahon falls in love with somebody that he might not previously have fallen in love with. And rinse and repeat. Life goes on and on. But they need to focus on building new stars. Will those new stars become household names? No, they won't. Because the audience is just not there. It starts with the storytelling. At least they're trying to build new stars. Then the next thing in line is building new storylines and building storylines that are going to gravitate with the audience and watch the audience grow. It'll happen. People will be invested week to week to week to week. You need to build television on a week-to-week basis. But that 3-hour Raw is killing them. That 3-hour time slot is killing them on Monday nights. If this show was 2 hours, I guarantee you, I bet the fucking entire bank account on it that this show would be so much better than it is now. That's what's killing them. That 2 hours is where they need to be. That 3-hour time slot is absolutely just, it's debilitating. It just kills them every single week. And I guarantee you if the show was at 2 hours, it would be so much better. So much better. And talent would come off so much better than they do now. Because right now they have to fit everybody on the show because they have 3 hours to fill. If they were at 2 hours, you wouldn't be seeing some guys every single week. They'd take a week off. They'd focus on what's important, then come back to something the next week that they didn't feature the prior week. It works out so much better. Just look at NXT. Does NXT ever feel boring to you? If it does, you're an idiot. Does NXT ever feel boring to you? There's always a rinse and repeat of several guys. You don't see a Johnny Gargano. You don't see a Matt Riddle every week. You don't see a Tommaso Ciampa in the ring every single week. Keith Lee's not wrestling every single week. Adam Cole is not wrestling every single week, right? It just works. Never is NXT boring. 2 hours is where they need to be, but we got to get used to it. Well, we haven't gotten used to it. We always complain. What's the first thing that we change about Monday Night Raw? That 3 hours. We got 5 more years of this shit, guys. 5 more years of Monday Night Raw just being terrible television. Vince McMahon has given up on pushing a Raw superstar. Remember I mentioned EC3? Vince McMahon is giving up completely on pushing EC3. Now, several theories were passed around as to why this is. Derek Bateman, remember him? Derek Bateman, he left. He went to Impact Wrestling. He made a name for himself. He came back to the company, thought that he was back home, and oh, look, I'm a big boy now. Look at what I'm going to do for the WWE. They absolutely cut this guy's legs off before he could even step foot in the door. It was a match with EC3 and Dean Ambrose on Raw. Remember him? I don't. I would rather not. And after that match, we barely seen him appear in anything other than 24/7 championship garbage. Several theories have been passed around as to why this is with EC3. And as usual, it appears it's just one man responsible for this, and that is Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon has decided to cancel EC3. Meltzer says, and I quote, "I think that Vince gave up on EC3 real fast, and I don't think they did a tryout with EC3 in April, putting him together with Drake Maverick like they were in TNA, and Vince hated that as well, so I don't think this is a Paul Heyman call," end quote. Now, this is awful for EC3. He's got the look. You figured he got the look that Vince would have just wet his pants over. Decent mic skills. His in-ring work is not all that impressive, but everything else would have made up for it. And just by looking at him, you'd think that he'd be over, at least in the mid-card. He'd be like a Bobby Roode. Something. And they haven't done anything with him. And at this point, I think he's just waiting for his contract to run out. At least I hope he is. Waiting for his contract to run out. Who knows? Maybe Tony Khan will give him a job. Or maybe he'll go back to... I can honestly see him... Fuck AEW. I can honestly see him going back to Impact Wrestling. I really do. And I honestly think all those Impact fans would welcome him back with open arms. That might be the best thing for him. They're going to be losing talent. And all those talents that they have on that roster, they're not going to be there for the rest of their careers. I can honestly see EC3 going back to Impact Wrestling. That might be the best move for him. But Vince has canceled EC3. I don't know why. At this point, I don't even care. They have so much talent that they don't know what to do with it. You barely even recognize EC3 at this juncture. If he showed up, it would be just a lost cause. Nobody gives a shit. Send him back to NXT. Don't even know why he's on the mayor. Send him back to Triple H and just have Triple H resuscitate this guy's career. Something needs to be done. If I'm Vince, I'm not paying this guy to sit around. What the fuck is he being used for? Give him to Triple H. At least he'll be working his paycheck off. Vince will have this guy doing something. Because when I look at it, it's like I'm throwing money away. What am I paying you for? I guess Vince doesn't care. Big Show. Speaking of don't care, I don't care. Big Show suddenly returned to WWE TV, and everybody's asking why. They're also asking why he hasn't turned heel yet. 2 weeks in. Give it another 2 weeks. He'll be a heel. Viewers were last week when the Big Show suddenly returned to WWE TV, teaming with KO and Samoa Joe to take on the Monday Night Clown, Seth Rollins. Again, I can't hate on Rollins. It's pretty good what he's doing. He's working his way back up, slowly but surely. The Monday Night Messiah. I am the Messiah of the YWC. Don't forget that, clowns. And AOPP. Show was also on this week's show, unfortunately, and he took a fair few bumps for his trouble. The question for many fans is, why has he returned? Yeah, I'd love to know why, given he really has nothing left to prove to anyone and will go down as one of the all-time greats, regardless of what he does for the rest of his career. Dave Meltzer has revealed that the Big Show is returning to the WWE as a favor to Vince McMahon and as a way to help get Buddy Murphy over. He just threw that in there last minute. To help get Buddy Murphy, I'm sure Big Show called Vince McMahon, "Yo, boss, I'm looking to get... Big Show is looking to get Buddy Murphy over." I doubt that's the way the phone call transpired. Give me a break. Meltzer's really shooting blanks on that one. I doubt that's the case. As a favor to WWE, what favors does the WWE need from you? Really? You want to know what it's about? I'll tell you what it's about right now. This is not a favor to WWE. This is not a favor to Buddy Murphy. The Big Show has, and I'm going to look it up right now live. Right here, because I don't know when it's coming out. Netflix Big Show, let's see. This was on July 30th. Okay? Yeah, skip the ad, motherfucker. WWE star Big Show to headline Netflix live-action family comedy series. That's what's going on. I don't know when this is happening, but apparently it's going to star the Big Show. Netflix has greenlighted the Big Show, a half-an-hour multi-camera family comedy series starring Paul White. Also starring on the 10-episode series are Allison Munn and young actress Raylynn Castor, Juliette Donenfield, and Lily Brooks O'Brien. Live-action comedy series comes from WWE Studios and Josh Bicel and Jason Berger. Filming slated to begin August 9th. There you go, folks. Why is Big Show back on TV? That's the reason why the Big Show is back on TV. I guarantee you that this show is coming out sometime in WrestleMania season, and Big Show's going to be on TV to let everybody know that he's got a live-action comedy coming to Netflix. That's that. But Dave Meltzer, if you guys are wondering what Dave Meltzer says, this is what he says, and I quote, "They've been wanting to do something with Buddy Murphy for a long time, so Rey Mysterio is going to end up in that crew. And you've got Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens. Big Show. There is room for the Big Show now, but Big Show is not there for long. He was kind of brought in as a favor." I can't read like him. Please, I'm not slow. I love Meltzer and Alvarez. I listen to them every night. He was kind of brought in as a favor during this period because they were down a man. They were down a man. Okay. So I don't know how long he's going to be staying with the company. It wasn't meant to be a long-term thing with the Big Show, but with Buddy Murphy in there again, down a man, so Big Show may be sticking around for a little while. When the match was over, it was like, is that it for the Big Show? I mean, they basically curb stomped him and ruled him unable to continue. I felt like at least that they could do a 10 count, but they didn't even do that. He just got stomped and they stopped the match. End quote. So it was never like the Big Show was going to be around for that long, but there's every chance he'll be in the Royal Rumble match, so the commentators can all say, how is anyone going to get him over the top rope? Oh my God! He's the world's largest athlete! Oh, joy. There you go, the Big Show. He's got a Netflix show coming out, folks. Don't believe the fucking bullshit you hear from the dirt sheets. Why is Big Show on TV? Because he has a Netflix show coming out. WWE Backstage draws the lowest rating they've had since their debut. Why? Because CM Punk is not there calling everybody a fucking dork and telling them to go on a plane, to go to Saudi Arabia and suck blood money cock for money. That's why he's not. Oh, that's why the show's not drawing viewership. If you guys give a shit, WWE Backstage drew 84,000 viewers on FS1 this week. This was down 124,000 viewers from the previous week. As a result, this is their lowest viewership for the show since the official premiere back on November 5th. That did 49,000 viewers. Oh, joy. Who gives a shit? I don't watch any of those shows, and I only watch, and I don't even watch live. I watch clips. I'll watch when it's posted online when CM Punk is on the show. That's all I give a shit about. Does anybody give a shit about Backstage? Do you watch Backstage? I guarantee you the answer is no. Nobody gives a shit about Backstage. They did 84,000 viewers this week. Now for the ratings that everybody seems to go crazy over. And that's AEW and NXT ratings. Oh joy, how the community loves to divide itself during the week over the AEW and NXT ratings. Now, I want to make myself again perfectly clear. There was a few cretins in the community who like to say or have stated that, oh, JD lost his credibility. He doesn't watch AEW Dark. I didn't know I had to. I didn't know that I had to watch AEW Dark, and it wasn't AEW management's job to take whatever storylines happen on there, and I don't know, maybe fucking talk about them on Dynamite? Their main show? So now that that's out of the way, fuck Dark. I don't give a shit what happens on Dark. Why, so I gotta see fucking Rio on Dark? Or another women's fucking disaster on Dark? Yeah, great. It's exactly how I want to spend my Tuesday evening. AEW and NXT ratings. Now, AEW won again. I mean, it's not even a question of why. Everybody wants to know why. Why is AEW winning in the ratings? What's going on with NXT? You got these people. Oh, NXT should have never taken that week off. They should have never did the award show. Listen, you blithering idiot. It has nothing to do with the week off. AEW took a week off. You don't see them fucking crying about it. Give me a break. Oh, NXT should have never did that award show. It's not the award show's fault. It's not. So why is AEW beating NXT in the ratings? Folks, quickly, before I even get into why, let me go over the ratings. NXT was down 3%, and they averaged 700,000 viewers for Wednesday night. The 18 to 49 rating was 0.21, which is up 11% from last week. The show finished 31st on cable in that category. Now, AEW, they had their Bash at the Beach themed episode, which reportedly WWE is suing them over for using the name Bash at the Beach. What is AEW doing? They got Bash at the Beach Part 2 next week. There you go, Vince McMahon. So the Bash at the Beach was a theme show, and it's all in correlation with Jericho's cruise. Another thing I seen on the comments, why is AEW doing a Bash at the Beach in January? How fucking stupid. You don't know that there's a Jericho cruise? Yet these people are the same people that are telling me, oh, you gotta watch Dark. Yet they're not filled in on all the information. They got a Jericho cruise, cretin. Anyway, that's why they did the bash at the beach. It's all in correlation with Jericho's Rocking Rager at Sea, where they'll be filming Dynamite. Now, Dynamite averaged 940,000 total viewers and a 0.38 rating in the 18 to 49 demo. That 18 to 49 demo number was good for 5th on the night for cable TV and was up 6% from last week. There's a little Tiger Woods golf clap there for getting that birdie on the par 3. Folks, this is why, and yes, the ratings matter. I just want to throw that out there. The ratings do matter. If the ratings didn't matter, then TNT wouldn't be giving AEW a $45 million extension through 2023 for Dynamite, with an extra hour of AEW television on another night in the week, which is to be yet determined. Now, yes, the ratings matter. The numbers matter. If you guys weren't in the news or paying attention to the news, Dynamite has extended through 2023. All of the tiers in the community who hate AEW and wish them to die and die in a fire and be canceled after 6 months. Oh, man. Pure filtered, just thirst-quenching water, man. That's what I turned your tears into. Go blow me, for all I care. So, AEW will be around till 2024. Another golf clap there. Tiger Woods with the eagle on par 5 there. There you go. Listen, the ratings matter. I love this deal. It means growth for pro wrestling. It means everybody that's in this industry is going to be paid. It means there is a true alternative now, more so than ever before, to counter the WWE juggernaut. And this $45 million is almost guaranteeing AEW makes money at the end of this year going on into next year. And they were going to be operating at a loss for I don't know how long. This is great for Tony Khan because now he has the opportunity to think about where he wants to throw this money around. And one has to wonder, TNT is in the know. They are absolutely in the know with what's going on in WWE and their mentality on signing everybody. If TNT is putting this much faith and this much trust in AEW, don't you think that they want to back up that investment by throwing a little bit more resources at them? Now that AEW has $45 million to play with that last year going into 2024, an option year being significantly more for how much we don't know. TNT knows what's going on. They have this faith in AEW that they're going to give them the resources to go out there and build their brand to grow. That's what they're in this business for, to see their product grow. Now Tony Khan has these resources, and instead of us saying, oh, you got to go out and get this guy, you got to go out and get this guy, Brian Cage and Luke Harper and The Revival and Tessa Blanchard and Rey Mysterio and Matt Hardy and all these guys, Killer Cross, right? Whoever else is on the free agent market. You don't think Tony Khan wants to do that? You don't think Tony Khan is thinking, man, I want all these guys. I want to make my brand better. Now with an extra hour of television coming, I'm going to need more talent. I got to differentiate what's going on between, I think AEW Dark is moving to TNT. It's going to be more cinematic is what I heard. And then Dynamite's going to grow and blossom on TNT on Wednesdays at 2 hours. Now he's a little bit more open. Now he can open up that checkbook instead of blindly spending. He's got to be a businessman. This is his father's money. He has to show some type of profit, so all ends meet here. His father needs to see that he's making a profit. His father's going to gain trust in his son and in AEW. Now TNT's gained trust in Tony Khan and the AEW product. Now that checkbook is a little bit more lenient. Now he can go out there and pay Dash and Dawson however much he wants, that he can actively sway them away from WWE, because you know WWE is going to be throwing the house, the kids, the wife, the dog, the yacht, everything at them to keep them. This is great. The growth of AEW is upon us, folks. And TNT, like I said, the most important thing is they know what's going on. They're throwing resources at AEW to see it grow so that they don't run into an issue where, they are second-guessing themselves as, oh, well, WWE's beating them in the ratings now. What's going on? So this is great news. Absolutely great news. Now, back to the ratings. As was the early case in the ratings war, but had stopped leading into the holiday season. AEW beat NXT in every demo except over 50. NXT grandma's got all her relatives in the nursing home watching NXT. NXT had a very narrow win in that category, drawing a 0.35 rating to AEW 0.34. Uh-oh. The old timers are creeping up. The biggest gap in the demos was the men 18 to 49, the money makers, the one that all the advertisers are looking at. AEW almost doubled NXT with a 0.51 rating to 0.26. The only major sports competition was an NBA game on ESPN that averaged 1.128 million viewers. Man, that's pretty low for an average NBA game, no? What do I know? I don't watch basketball. News programs were up from their usual numbers. Bryan Alvarez said on Wrestling Observer Live that the overnight numbers for Dynamite were quite good. He did not reveal the numbers, but the thinking is that it might be as good as last week when it comes to viewership. He also revealed that WWE wasn't thinking all that much about Dynamite this week. NXT had the better show in my eyes. You want my honest opinion? NXT's, I don't know how many times I got to say it. I'm not an AEW shill. NXT is the gold standard for pro wrestling in North America. They are my go-to brand. They are the best thing in North America. I don't give a shit what AEW's doing. But he says WWE wasn't thinking at all about Dynamite this week. He says, and I quote, "I do know that there was a feeling yesterday on the NXT side of things that last week's Dynamite was not a good show, so people were not going to watch this week. Clearly they did. And Dynamite wasn't a bad show last week. It was just a god-awful NyQuil collective segment for Brandy Rhodes in the women's division. Awful. Why are people watching Dynamite over NXT? It's one thing only, folks. It's not that Dynamite is a vastly better show than NXT, because NXT is a better show every single week. I don't give a shit what anybody says. And you can call me a shill, you can call me a fucking mark. It is. It's just a better show. Not that I don't like AEW, it's just NXT is me. If I was to run a promotion, NXT would be it. If I would want to work for a promotion, NXT would be it. If I wanted to model a promotion in my own image, what I would want to do as far as pro wrestling goes, NXT is what I'm going to model myself after. The reason why AEW is beating NXT in the ratings is not because of the quality of product. It's because there are a majority of people out there that just want to be against the corporate machine known as WWE. And this is a fact. This is a fact. Now, if you asked any AEW fans what they think of NXT, they'd probably say it's a great product. Do you watch every single week? No. Do you watch it all? No. They might not even think NXT. They might think NXT sucks. They might think NXT is a garbage product, and they don't watch at all. They've never watched. And the reason why they don't watch is because it's affiliated with WWE. Now, I don't believe anybody that says NXT sucks, and those people that say that if they are out there, which I know they are, they're a bunch of fucking mongrels. But there are a large majority of people out there that will just do whatever they have to do to not watch anything WWE related, even though it's great. Even though it's great. I want to use an example for you. I love beer. If you don't like beer, I feel sorry for you. Beer is life. I love me a cold beverage. My favorite brewery is in Cooperstown, New York, Omegang Brewery. I love Southern Tier. I love Weyerbacher. I love Founders. I got a lot of good ones on my list. But I love Omegang. My favorite beer of all time is Three Philosophers by Omegang. Now, I want you to visualize that. Omegang is a small brewery up in Cooperstown, New York. They're not mainstream. If I was to gauge them, I would say they are the Impact of breweries. Now, if they made my favorite beer, and Anheuser-Busch came and scooped them up and bought out the entire fucking brewery, it's now Omegang by Anheuser-Busch, the same people that make Budweiser and Bud Light and all this fucking piss-flavored beer. Garbage. If I was looking at that, and I was one of these people, and you were an outsider, and you were like, oh, what's this Omegang, right? Who are they owned by? Anheuser-Busch? Nah, fuck them. But I'm like, this is a great beer. Well, why aren't you drinking this beer? This is a great brewery. They are the masters of their craft. They are one of the best breweries in the United States. You got to try them. Oh, I'm not going to drink them because Anheuser-Busch owns them. But I'm like, it doesn't have anything to do with the quality of the fucking product. The integrity of the product is there. You got to try it. No, it's Anheuser-Busch I don't want anything to do with them. I'm going to go drink this other small town brewery. You know, whatever. There are people out there that will not drink the beer because it's owned by a major corporation. Even though the quality of the product is intact, they will do everything they can to not support the major corporations. And these people are that. They will do anything that they have to do to not watch anything WWE related. NXT is great. I can't watch it. It's WWE. Now, those people who are watching Raw and SmackDown, who are not watching NXT and are fully ingrained in the WWE product, if you're not watching NXT, I don't know what the fuck your problem is. You might be of another species. You might be of another planet. I don't know. But that is why people are watching AEW over NXT. It has to be. So if everybody's saying, oh, AEW is better, oh, NXT is better, there's a large majority of people, a big enough majority of people that will do everything in their power to not watch WWE-related content, even though the quality of NXT is fucking the absolute gold standard. That's why. I hope I made my point. So if everybody wondering why AEW is beating NXT in the ratings every single week, that's why. Baron Corbin, he shoots hard. He shoots hard on AEW Dynamite. That's what she said. Even Baron Corbin isn't watching NXT at the moment. Said he's watching AEW Dynamite and complaining about it. Oh my God, Corbin, what's going on? You see, if Corbin was watching NXT, then the ratings would have been vastly different. It would have been 939,999, and NXT would have been 700,001. What happened, Corbin? You could have swung the ratings in the opposite way. What happened? You fucking clown. So he's watching AEW and complaining about it. For whatever reason, Corbin took it upon himself to give his unique take on AEW and the opening tag team match, which was absolutely phenomenal. And if you're asking me to gauge which one was better on NXT or AEW, that Broserweights match against Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Not to take anything away from that Fatal 4-Way, the best opening match that Dynamite has seen so far. Now, it's fair to say that Corbin didn't like the match on Dynamite. It featured Kenny Omega, Adam Hangman Page, the Young Bucks, Proud and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz, and the Best Friends. Winner gets a title. This is what he says, by the way, and I quote, winner gets a title shot, so forget covers. Everybody gets pops. Spot, spot, spot. Dive, dive, dive. Spot, 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 spot. Dive, 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 dive. Spot, dive, spot, dive. Spot, group shot. Spot, dive, get your shit in. Neck beards. This is awesome. End quote. Oh, man. Oh, my God. You know what this match needed? 5 minutes of Baron Corbin with a resting headlock in the middle of the match. And then him sliding out of the ring around the rosy of the steel post, and then going back in the ring and eating a clothesline from somebody. Or delivering a big boot to his opponent. I'm sorry, Mr. Corbin. Was there not enough fucking wrist locks for you? Jesus Christ, this guy is an absolute idiot. Now, by the way, going back to what I said earlier in the show, I got a small little story for you. Everybody was tweeting me this Baron Corbin tweet on Dynamite. On my boy, Big Hodge Media. Shout out to Big Hodge. If he's listening or watching, he is the mastermind behind HOG. Him and Dean and David, unbelievable crew. He DM'd me on Twitter. Sends me this Baron Corbin tweet. I open it up. I try and look at it. Tell him, bro, I can't see it. This asshole's got me blocked for whatever reason. And it's getting me to ponder and think, why is Baron Corbin blocking me? Why is he blocking me? Now, I know why he's blocking me, but wasn't I one of the few guys to really back him up when he lost Money in the Bank? Wasn't I one of the very few who backed him up in the King of the Ring tournaments? And then I look at my social media and I'm wondering what Baron Corbin is saying. I go click on his Twitter account You have been blocked from this account. Now, I don't know what I said. Clearly, WWE pro wrestlers, if you even want to call them that, or sports entertainers, or people in the pro wrestling industry, they have thin skin. They are so easily triggered. You could sneeze in their opposite direction and they would fucking wither up into a ball and, get upset about it and block you on social media. You didn't use the right colored handkerchief. Who are you to say anything about my match? Stay a fan. Or whatever the fuck they usually go on social media and say. We don't know anything because we're not pro wrestlers. Give me a fucking break. I know just as much, if not more than 90% of this fucking community. People in the ring included, you fucking cretins. Don't give me that shit. I'll school you on anything. You come to me with something, I'll tell you that you're a fucking idiot. Half the time. Bullshit. Oh, because I'm not a pro wrestler. I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm talking about. Fuck out of here. Anyway, so I'm blocked by Baron Corbin, and everybody's like, JD, what do you think about this? What do you think about it? I'm like, what do you want me to think about it? The guy's a fucking pussy, number one. He probably goes to school, pussy school with Seth Rollins. Clown like Seth Rollins there. He's less of a clown now, but, maybe I gotta put the fucking clown makeup on Baron Corbin now. Yes, because dog food is so much more entertaining, right? Give me a break. I didn't get upset at this. Baron Corbin is looking for relevancy on social media. And he knows that he's going to trigger people because people are idiots by making fun of their elite favorites. He knows what he's doing. Baron Corbin could be great. I'm sorry that the guy sucks and is in one of the worst storylines that this company has fucking seen in years. Dog food. I'm sorry, Baron Corbin. Why don't you go fucking buy stock in Alpo and get off social media? By the way, who the fuck would feed your dog Alpo? That is just like Baron Corbin's in-ring ability and the storylines that are created for him. Processed garbage. I'm sorry, Corbin. Block me all you want. Block me 10 times over. Have half the fucking locker room block me. Go ahead. You are a cretin. And I love the fact that you blocked me. I take it as a badge of honor. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm going to sit here every single week and continue to shit on you like you rightfully deserve because you are one of the worst parts of the show every single week. You are fucking lucky that I boasted you up during the King of the Ring. That was your 5 minutes of fame in my eyes. And now you've made an enemy for life, just like Rollins. Even though Rollins is a better heel than you, now you've got an enemy in life with me, okay? Now, every single penny that I get because of SmackDown and me talking shit about you and your segments and how garbage they are, I'm going to take all that YouTube revenue and I'm going to buy a nice fancy remote control. I might buy 6 remote controls and I might simultaneously at the same fucking time have all of them on and operating at the same time when you're on TV to change the channel. What's my buddy Guy Fieri doing in Guy's Kitchen? Or Guy's Grocery Games? Who does he got on there? What schmuck is rolling down aisle 8 and making Titus O'Neil jealous? You fucking cretin. He did it on purpose, folks. Don't believe this guy. Don't fall for his tricks. This fucking trickster. He's a clown. And I'm going to have Sal Rex make the thumbnail with... somewhere. He'll be in the thumbnail where he's dressed in clown makeup. Because that's Baron Corbin for you. Speaking of AEW, this is a great move. Hopefully one day I will be sitting next to him or amongst the elites at commentary. One can dream. AEW signed Taz to a multi-year contract. He's made 2 appearances for the promotion doing commentary on AEW Dark and on the New Year's episode of Dynamite. AEW now has so many announcers that it's like they're hoarding announcers over there. So much so that it might be difficult to find a place for him is the first thing that I thought of. Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross, Excalibur already working at the commentary desk regularly. Some shuffling may need to occur by bringing in Taz. When TNT extended AEW's television contract, it was also announced that a second AEW show might be coming to the station or TBS. We don't know yet. This will likely mean that AEW Dark will be coming to TNT. This will be an excellent way to integrate Taz into the announced team full-time. This is awesome. I think he's great. And... I was not a regular listener of the Taz show, but I listen from time to time. And I'm glad that he's found work. I'm glad that he's found home in AEW. The guy knows what he's talking about. He brings a sense of legitimacy to the commentary booth. And from a New Yorker, from one New Yorker to another, I'm very happy for him. I'm very proud of him, and I can't wait to hear his voice on AEW. Hopefully one day, I don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm certainly working my way to that. And hopefully one day I'll be sitting next to him doing commentary for something AEW related. WWE title might possibly be getting a name change. Now, it's been reported by PW Insider that WWE is considering the name for the not the United States, but the WWE United Kingdom Championship. If the name is changed, it will likely be changed to NXT UK Championship. So WWE right now is calling it the WWE UK Championship. Triple H, more than likely, I've been calling it the NXT UK Championship anyway. I don't know why we're even discussing this, but it was in the news, and it was in PW Insider's newsletter. So I don't know why this is even a thing. I mean, who calls it the WWE UK Championship? I've always called it the NXT UK Championship. So if they're changing the name, I think it's going to be one of those things that's kind of under the radar, and when it happens, a lot of the people are probably going to be wondering the same thing that I'm thinking right now. Wasn't that always the name? So there you go. It's in the news, and the NXT UK Championship might be its stable name from here on out. Cedric Alexander, he tweeted during NXT last night, former Cruiserweight Champion Cedric Alexander is in catering, and he's dying to leave. He wants to be out of catering, folks. He's had enough of the... What has Titus got over there? Apple pie. You know, he's been dealing in a lot of bakery goods. Apple pie. What does he got? I hear Titus grills a nice mean salmon as well. He's tired of all that. He doesn't want any of that. So he was on Twitter during NXT last night, or on Wednesday. Alexander didn't have a run in NXT, but rather he worked the Cruiserweight Classic, and then he got pigeonholed in 205 Live. He was then later moved to Raw in late 2019. It was reported that Paul Heyman was high on Cedric, but Vince wanted to kill his push. The highlight of that push saw Alexander feud with AJ Styles over the United States title. Back in September, there was a report from Dave Meltzer that McMahon wanted to bury Alexander by having him suffer a defeat to Styles in quick fashion at Clash of Champions, and clearly this was proven to be true. Since then, WWE hasn't done much with Alexander. With it being a new year, Alexander has expressed interest in going to WWE. In fact, he wants to form a tag team. Now, Alexander made his feelings known when he wrote this on his official Twitter account, and I quote, "Find a tag team partner, ship over to NXT, wrestle all the tag teams. I don't ask for much, but those are simple requests. Hashtag tag team wrestling." Clearly, you're not using him, Vince. So if the man wants to move to NXT and he wants to form a tag team, then I think you should fucking honor his request, because the guy's too good to just keep on main event. If you're not featuring this guy amongst the other young talent on Monday Night Raw, you're doing things wrong. You're not doing things to their full potential, Mr. McMahon. Get this guy on NXT. If he wants a move and it's going to make him happy, I'd rather keep him happy and keep him in NXT than waste him away and then have him leave to go somewhere. AEW. All Elite Wrestling. With Luke Harper. Come on. Really? You got to do something with this guy. Get him in a place where he's happy. But Vince is going to bury him. Him and his wife were supporting Mr. ACH. So this guy might not get anything that he asks, and he might be buried for the remainder of his career. If he is in the WWE for however many years, he'll be buried up until that point, and then when he leaves, he can go back to being Cedric Alexander, the guy that we are always wowed by when he's in the ring. He's too good. He's too good to be wasting away on Monday Night Raw. Velveteen Dream, where is he? Dave Meltzer says Velveteen Dream's current status is not that good. He says, and I quote, "I have heard nothing about Velveteen Dream in a long time. I know the injury was pretty serious, and it was a back injury. Velveteen Dream has had top betting odds to win the 2020 Money in the Bank. That's great for Dream, but he needs to heal up. Perhaps WWE is letting him rest up before they unveil him with some big plans. People are reporting that could be John Cena versus Velveteen Dream at WrestleMania. John Cena has made a mention of Velveteen Dream. Who do you want to face from NXT's mentioned Velveteen Dream on more than one occasion. So we'll see what happens. So about those betting odds, according to the betting odds, Velveteen Dream is the current favorite to win the Money in the Bank at a 7-1 odds. He's followed closely by Kevin Owens with an 8-1 odd. Adam Cole is number 3, 10-1. Seth Rollins, Big E, and Finn Balor also at 10-1. And then Tommaso Ciampa, Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, and Aleister Black are all 12-1 odds if you are into that type of thing. WWE doesn't even know what they're doing tonight. Never mind Money in the Bank. Finally, we got to the main event. How many hours am I into this thing? We got close to 2 hours. We'll end in about 10 more minutes. Triple H makes some comments about Miss Saraya, Paige, and her sexual history. Paige replies to a very, very innocent joke about Paige. And this was during the NXT UK Blackpool press conference or media scrum before the show actually happened. It happened on Friday or Saturday, 2 days before NXT UK Blackpool. Now, while Triple H was answering questions, Triple H appeared to make a joke about Paige's sexual history, suggesting that she has children that she does not even know about. Paige herself responded to the joke, stating, "Even my boss jokes about me. No wonder you guys still do it too." Paige went through a particularly rough stretch in the spring of 2017. During that time, she was the victim of a sex tape scandal, which had a negative impact on her mental health. She was sidelined with an injury at that time and would not return until the end of the year. She was promptly re-injured and her career was ended. Yes, because Sasha Banks intended to end Paige's career in that moment. Please, don't reiterate it to me. You'll be blocked. Because you're a bunch of fucking idiots. Whoever says that are a bunch of fucking idiots. Recently, she turned some heads by saying her glory days were far from over, teasing a potential return to the ring or simply a larger role in the business going forward. Other people have reached out publicly to offer Paige support following Triple H's comments. Renee Young said this on Twitter: "Big love to Paige. She's been to hell and back, but still some people want to make jokes. We need, and she deserves, real change." So what did Triple H say, folks? What did Triple H say? I got it queued up right here. We're going to listen to it right now.
It's a medical decision. That is far from us. If our medical experts say that they believe that this person has done whatever to rehab their situation, and there could be multiple situations in anything. But if they've done that all of that and they're now safe to get back into the ring, we allow it. If they're not, and you see that with Daniel Bryan. None of us ever thought Daniel Bryan was going to step in the ring, at least not for us. And that was a question for him. Well, I can't do it for you. Doesn't mean I can't do it for other places. But, you have the conversation with him about if medical experts are telling you this isn't the best thing, right? But he worked extraordinarily hard for a long period of time to get himself back to a place physically where medical teams, the same people that disqualified him, were willing to say, yeah, okay, I feel like this is a safe return. So if that's the case, when you're talking about people as talented as Edge, Paige, who wouldn't want them to return? I'm a fan just like everyone else, and I would love to see them step into the ring and compete. More importantly than that, though, I'd like to see them live long, healthy lives. Edge has kids. Paige, maybe she probably has something she doesn't know of. But thank you. Can you need some coffee for me? You want them to their health first, people first. This is great. This is all great, but at the end of the day, it's not everything.
So that's what he said. Was that so bad? Was that so evil by Triple H? You think Triple H would do something that stupid and that intense? This is a fucking COO of WWE, a public figure in this company. Don't you think he would have thought about what he was saying before he said it? Have you ever heard Triple H say anything out of line in that manner? in that real, oh my God, I need to apologize for this immediately manner? The answer is no. So why would you doubt him? Why would you doubt him? Now, instead of tweeting at Paige or Triple H, Nikki Bella sent a tweet saying that change in a company needs to start at the top. I agree. Everybody that's in the position of Triple H needs to lead by example. I absolutely agree. This is what she says. We will never see the true change in equality if we just see them as storylines. Change in a company starts from the top. Our leaders help set the example. For us women, we need all the help we can get. Help with respect from our coworkers and fans. We are all one love. So what did Paige have to say about this? I got that queued up as well, and this is what Paige said in regards to Triple H comments. This came at the BT Sports launch party for WWE on BT Sports on Wednesday when Gary Cassidy asked Paige about her feelings when hearing Triple H's comment at the NXT TakeOver Blackpool Scrum.
One thing I need to address, full disclosure, I was the person who asked Triple H about your in-ring result.
It was your fault!
So I apologise for that,
well, you asked like a normal question. But
yeah. So I need to ask, what were your thoughts on his answer?
On his answer?
Yeah.
Obviously, I was a little bit perplexed, a little bit taken back, because like, he's someone that I truly look up to. And he's always been like very respectful, so I just feel like he kind of got caught up maybe in a joke, but I just don't think it was appropriate to joke about. But again, like, I don't know, it's just something that I'm not going to continue to keep talking about, because I feel like people on the internet have done a very good job with that. So.
One last thing on that, have you spoken to him since?
He's definitely reached out, and we're going to be talking about some things.
Glad we've got out of the way, we can start with all the fun stuff.
So that's what Paige said in regards to it. She was a little taken back, and it was a little inappropriate. Did she sound angry? The answer is no. People blew this up on social media on Monday. As soon as I got back from watching TakeOver and Impact, and I got back in the office, and I was looking at the new week unfold, I got this shit sent to me. I think Sal Rex sent it to me. Look at what Triple H said. Look at what people are saying about it on Twitter. And he said these remarks. He made this small inside joke on Friday or Saturday, and then we were hearing about it on Monday. Where the fuck was everybody when it actually happened? Why weren't you talking about it the day that it happened? Did you pick your agendas in the order in which you wanted them to blow up on social media? First, it's Tessa Blanchard. Then it's Triple H. I mean, is everybody fucking soft? Seriously. I sat here and I listened to this clip and I'm like, what the fuck did he say wrong? What was so bad about what he said? And as usual, nobody thinks before they speak. They always want to chime in and poke their nose into business where their nose doesn't belong. They want to stand up for what's right. These social justice warriors have to come to the defense of Paige. Oh my God, what an evil comment. Shut the fuck up and worry about your own life. This is what people who have no life worry about. They like to ruin others. They like to see someone else shrivel up and fucking shake in their boots and ruin their day. Ha 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 ha, I ruined Triple H's day. That's all it was. I don't understand why you think Triple H would go out there and say a comment about somebody that I'm sure he loves dearly, like Paige, without thinking about it. If he didn't say it in that manner, you know, obviously we wouldn't be sitting here talking about this stuff, but he did say it, and it came off in such a loving and joking way. I didn't hear anything in his tone or the way he delivered it where it was malicious, evil, or he was throwing her under the bus. Seriously, who do you think gave Paige the opportunity, if we really want to go back and talk about it, who do you think gave Paige the opportunity to be the real woman who started the women's revolution? It was Triple H. He sent her out there in NXT. He believed in her in NXT. He pushed her in NXT. He stood up for her when she beat AJ Lee in her first night on Monday Night Raw. to win a major championship in the WWE and really kickstart the revolution that we see, or somewhat see, in the WWE as far as the women go. Who was there? Paige. Who was a part of that? Who was the sole reason for that? Triple H. So why would you think he would say anything malicious or evil or mean about Paige? Who was there when she was going through her ups and downs, and who strayed her away from Alberto Del Rio and all those Instagram stories and those posts on social media where her life was spiraling out of control, right? Triple H was there. She was a part of those clips where Alberto Del Rio was calling Triple H a big-nosed pussy in Stamford. She was right there, in shot, while he was saying these things, drunk. He took her away from that. He stood up for her. I'm sure he spoke to her privately. You can't be doing this. I value you more than I do him. Fuck him, you know? Vince was always up Del Rio's fucking ass crack. I don't know why. Del Rio was fucking god-awful. Triple H, he only cared about Paige. He took her out of that situation where she was going through these just horrible moments in her life, just very volatile, very chaotic, very depressing. With him, who do you think was there to take her away from that? It was Triple H. Who do you think sat down with her and protected her even in this moment after her quote-unquote career is over now? I mean, I've never seen anyone more protected than Paige. This woman signed a new multi-year deal to stay with the WWE. To do what? To do what? They gave her a job for life. I've never seen anyone that more protected than Paige. Yet everybody's jumping on Triple H's back. I don't think that would have happened without Triple H's blessing. So who are you to say, oh, Triple H is mean, nasty, and volatile, and blah, 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 all these things, when he is the first person who would probably go to bat in defense for her every single time. He was there to protect her and give her happiness every single time when it comes to professional career. They made a fucking movie about her family's life under the WWE banner. I don't understand you people. I really don't. If Triple H wants to joke about it, he certainly has the fucking right to do that. Now, it's wrong that she got hacked, and it's wrong that her privacy was exploited like that, but this is the same woman who had Brad Maddox's jizz all over the NXT Women's Championship. If Triple H wants to make a small inside loving joke that I'm sure he's made 1,000 times off camera, then Triple H is allowed to do that. We got this blown up as social justice warriors coming to bat. Oh my God, feminism and all this other shit. How could you? Give me a break. The only part I don't agree with is it leads by example. You got to lead by example at the top. Clearly, just by him knowing how fucking social media is, he shouldn't have said anything. And should have just kept on the path that he was on, talking about Paige and the injuries and Edge and the injuries and Bryan and the injuries. But you people blew this out of fucking proportion so bad. And then he had to go on social media and say, if I offended anyone or if I offended Paige, I'm sincerely sorry. And that was pretty much it. A very vague and a very basic apology, which he knew was fucking bullshit. She laughed about it. She laughed about it. She's like, oh, everybody on social media did that job for me. Guys, grow a fucking pair of balls. You people make me fucking sick. That you jump on literally you could fucking fart. I could fart right here on the podcast. Oh, JD is a racist. JD's against feminism. Give me a break. Grow some fucking balls. Grow the fuck up and go find a hobby, please. Stop meddling in other people's affairs and trying to ruin people's days. You're trying to fill a void in your own life that just isn't there, so you do this by design because you have nothing else going on for you in life. And what I have going on for me is a fucking cold beverage awaiting for me in my refrigerator after I got done with this podcast. Man, I love this show. Thank you guys so much for giving me the outlet to say what I need to say. And thank you guys for being there, listening to me tonight on Off the Script. I'll see you guys for SmackDown. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. If you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn on that bell for all notifications. If you made it to the end of the video, let's see, what can we do today? If you made it to the end of the video, hashtag down below Paige. P-A-G-E. Not the way Paige spells her name. I want to see who's listening to me. P-A-G-E. Not P-A-I-G-E. P-A-G-E. Like Diamond Dallas Paige. So let's see what goes on there, man. Let me know your comments down below. And let me know what you think of all these stories here on Off the Script. I'm getting out of here. Again, subscribe. Follow me on social media. If you missed any of my content during the week, links are down below. All the playlists. I've been loading the playlists down below for you guys. So everything you need there, playlists are there. Go check it out. Have a blast. Have a ball with that. I'll see you guys right back here, as always, for part 2 of Off the Script. I got some major stories. Apparently, John Cena does not want to break Ric Flair's title record. Uh-oh. Does that mean that Roman Reigns wins the Rumble confirmed? We'll talk about it tomorrow on Off the Script. Again, thank you guys so very much. And I'll see you right back here for part 2 of Off the Script. And tonight for SmackDown Live. See you then. These fucking headphones, man. I can't wait to take these fucking things off.